dreams. You walk talk when I walk, like that big drip. When I slide down your block, now they pissed off. Like I really give a oh, I got big sauce, so y'all better catch up.
What is a big old deal, man? We are back cracking for another video. You already know, man. And yes, we were waiting for this one because this is gonna be a good one. I feel like this is gonna be a good one. Now, I didn't previously watch anything or go, you know what I'm saying? Like we just off the strength. So look, we finna go ahead and get into this reaction. You know what I'm saying? You hear what they saying about your boy Denzel, which is crazy because it's weird because Denzel, I seen a statement he made where he was talking about retiring, like after these last few movies he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He's hanging it up. Coincidentally, all of a sudden, all these allegations are starting to come out now. It's crazy, right? I know. So before we even get into it, make sure to go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, man, we on the road to 2,000 subs. Yes, sir. And yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested, and I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. Alright? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit.
Here we go again, guys. Here we go.
I mean, but to be realistic though, I mean, how could people know to think about them if we don't know? Cause like, let's be real. All this information is just now coming out. A lot of this shit is like from years ago. It's not like this is like recently. This stuff is like, it got like some timestamps on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you expect people to react how are people going to react to something that they don't know? You know what I mean? Like y'all just now coming out with this information. So it's like, why didn't y'all come out with it sooner? I mean, obviously, for certain reasons, like for certain people, there's exceptions. There's exceptions, you know, NDAs and all that type of thing, and you know, yeah, contracts and everything like that. But I'm just saying.
Go. It's another day to bring to the front everyone who participated in or saw what was happening at Diddy's parties and said nothing. Okay, in one of the allegations that was brought up against Diddy recently, Allison Carter, a survivor, described Diddy's parties as not merely intimate gatherings, but as involving satanic ritual orgies. Then she went on to mention a couple of celebs in her affidavit of truth, and one of them was Denzel Washington. I know you all think his name is Denzel, but he said his mama named him Denzel, so I'm gonna call him Denzel. Okay, I'm back. And you know what? There's no
Denzel, nigga. Wait, hold on. Who's on the list? Okay, hold on. So she had Brian Christopher Williams, which is AKA Birdman. I mean, we all know Birdman. He be on like, he be saying a lot of like suspect shit and doing a lot of suspect shit throughout his career. So he wouldn't be hard to believe that he's involved in this type of stuff. Now, Denzel, okay, that's a little bit more crazy. Sean Lum Combs, Puff Daddy, yeah, you know. And who is Jasil? Young Jock? I don't know. What y'all think? Because, yeah, I can see Young Jock being on that type of time, bro.
In her affidavit of truth, and one of them was Denzel Washington. I know you all think his name is Denzel, but he said his mama named him Denzel, so I'm gonna call him Denzel. Okay, I'm back. And you know what? There's no escaping for Denzel because there's a bunch of videos online where Ali says the same thing. Girl, I know a lot of you all will say that Saint Denzel would never be like Diddy. So how about we just get right into this tea and you'll be the judge of that. So after Diddy was arrested, one of the people who commented on his arrest was Allison Carter. And for those who recall, Ali was actually trending 3 years years ago when she talked about what happened to kids at Diddy's parties. At the time when she talked about her incident, people didn't believe, and she said that after gaining media attention in 2020, she and her family lost their home and struggled to rebuild their lives. Back then, she also attempted to pursue legal action against Riverside County Child Protective Services, alleging their involvement in what happened to her, but claimed her evidence was ignored. Well, after Diddy's case blew up, Allie was back on our timelines telling us the same thing she said 3 years ago when nobody believed her. In recent interviews and statements, Allie Carter has once again been accusing Diddy of being involved in exploitative activities, claiming that these incidents took place during elite parties involving powerful figures from the entertainment industry like Denzel Washington. And when it comes to Allie, her main concern is actually how the plight of children often gets overlooked. And what she is saying even now is that we are not focusing on the children enough.
Still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies.
There's also an affidavit that has been making rounds online where Allie describes an after party from one of Diddy's parties.
Man, that shit, that be the only thing. It's like, as a kid, you always be thinking, you like, man, you know, some motherfuckers want to grow up to be in movies, and some people want to grow up to be rappers, singers, like whatever, you know what I'm saying, like just entertainment in general. And then it's like, getting older, it's like you start realizing what these motherfuckers be doing and what you gotta do to get in certain positions and all that type of shit. Like, it's like, bruh.
And she says that some of the celebrities present were Brian Christopher Williams, aka Birdman, aka Baby, Denzel Hayes Washington, Sean Love Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, and JCL Amon Robinson, aka Young Jock. Allegedly, at this party, they were body cakes, which means that the kids would lie on a table and people would put food on them, and then the partygoers would eat the food off the naked kids, and there were a lot of celebrities at this party. Then once everyone was searched and inside, the DJ sounded the music and the lights flashed, signaling that everyone was in, and the doors were closed, and this signaled that the orgy could begin. Allie also said that the kids that had been brought to the party were brought there to be party favors. Based on what she wrote in her affidavit of truth, favors means that the kids are literally set on a table and had to wait for people to come choose them. And once they were done having X, the kids were placed back on the party favor table, and then someone else could come and pick them out from the table and repeat the process. She then goes on to say, I had to have X with so many people that night, I cannot remember them all, and some of the other altars hold those memories. Partygoers went into a frenzy/orgy mindset once the DJ started the music and turned on the flashing lights. There were fetishes happening everywhere, and they kind of separated them into areas where specific fetishes were happening. For instance, the fetish of having X in blood was in one area, while having the same with animals was in another area. People were just in a crazed frenzy. When the music started, I was...
Now that's crazy. They was up in there doing it with animals and shit, bro. Like, what the fudge? God, digital. My man, like, bro. And I don't feel like none of this shit is a lie either. That's the crazy part about it.
Sitting on the party favor table. The main room was big, like a ballroom. There were outlying doors around the edges of the room. Some of the doors were shut, but you could still see the table on the food, the party favor table, and many other things. There were different types of parties happening in different areas of the house. Honey, when I tell you that...
Shout out to you, Tony's Place. You said, who is next in line to run the show after Diddy and Jay-Z are gone? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, who is next in line? Because, like, it seemed like they doing a clean of house right now. And, yeah, they trying to restructure everything and put, you know what I'm saying, get rid of the old what is it called? Gatekeepers. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You said, never go the way, just players' names change. Exactly. So we gonna see, man, because when this trial come up, I feel like shit is finna really, 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 really get bad for these niggas.
Allie had one of the worst experiences. I mean, exactly that. She was talking about how one of the top comedians who was at the party was complaining that he did an hour-long set, but there was no one to hook up with backstage. According to Allie, this comedian broke the no anal rule and had his way with her anyway and just laughed. Then she screamed for her handler and everyone was laughing and she ended up getting in trouble. She also said that she was then told to hook up on the table with the girl who was her age, and then they brought in donkeys and burros and they did you know what with them. I know, that is so disgusting. Donkeys and burros? Come on, son. Allie actually said that there were several girls that had to have relations with animals while everyone watched, and she...
Man, you know what this is? You know what's crazy about this? This kind of like remind me of like it's kind of remind me like the Bible when they be talking about like Sodom and Gomorrah and stuff like that, or be talking about like you know it talks about or like even like when it like Rome, like how they was in Rome, like they was doing this type of shit. You feel me? Like they was having orgies and sleeping with animals and all that type of weird shit. It's crazy, I know, right? Let's go.
And another girl ended up throwing up afterward, and they rubbed their faces in each other's vomit as a punishment. OMG. I really can't, y'all. Honestly, everything that Allie was talking about seems so unreal. And it's even worse when I imagine that there were people there, including celebrities, including Denzel Washington, watching what was happening. I mean, how sick can people actually be? Girl, I don't know for sure if Denzel was actually present during that particular party, but one thing I can tell you is that Denzel has been to Diddy's parties. For starters, there have been reports saying that one time during a Diddy party, Denzel screamed at Diddy saying, "You don't respect anyone." Before leaving the party he had attended with his wife in 2003. Apparently, he and Pauletta had been partying until dawn and they had seen something and stormed out. Well, the incident that night didn't appear to affect their friendship, as Diddy and Denzel have been seen together through the years at various public events, including basketball games and former President Barack Obama's 2009 inauguration. I also know that Denzel was at the parties, allegedly, because Brandon T. Jackson said that Denzel advised him to always leave Hollywood parties before the devil gets there. He said on the Breaking the Machine podcast, "Denzel always told me, when we be at the parties, you leave 30 minutes before the devil get there." Oh.
I mean, I've heard that as well. You know what I'm saying? And Denzel has said that before. That's why I was waiting to see if they was gonna bring up, because like they trying to group him in with all this shit like that, but it's just like, bro. I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if it's maybe it's just me tripping, but I feel like they've been targeting all like the like the top black entertainers. Will Smith. I mean, even though they probably did some such shit, I'm not saying that they didn't do no crazy, like no weird shit or whatever the case is. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like if we gonna at least if you're gonna do that, make it even. Be fair with this shit, because it's a lot of them so-called Caucasian motherfuckers, man, the whites, that been on the same type of shit as well. Like if everybody about if we gon' you know what I'm saying, really like crucify some motherfuckers, then get everybody. Don't just pick and choose and they call it selective politicking. Let's not do that. You feel me? Like get everybody. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Okay, always remember that Denzel would leave the parties early. So what exactly did Denzel witness at the parties that he had to tell Brandon to always leave 30 minutes before the devil got there? Was it the things that Allie was talking about involving children? The ones she claims Denzel allegedly witnessed? Well, there are people who have said that there are things that Allie Carter has said that seem very much like they could be true. But on the other hand, she has also said some extremely off-the-wall, crazy things that do not add up. So it kind of leads them to believe maybe she's delusional and suffering from a mental condition, especially when it...
Hey, but guess what? They said the same thing about that other girl who supposedly was supposed to be the girl in the picture with Diddy, whatever the case is. But like, I don't necessarily think which actually apparently came out to be not facts, but that's not to say that nothing happened to these victims or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? They probably then lost their mind. They probably was drugged up so many times. Like, you know, you got, like, put it like this: you got motherfuckers that hit Sherman and lose their damn mind. You know what I'm saying? Or do certain drugs for the first time, and that shit makes their brain just like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying what they saying that they're lying or whatever the case is, but some of them do seem a little crazy though. But I could see that though, because like, shit, you've been drugged up so many times, like shit, that could happen. To where, yeah, you've been drugged up so much to where they know the after effects or the long term effects it's gonna have on you, to where when you start saying certain stuff, like you could be saying something truthful as fuck, but then you gonna say some wild shit to where it's gonna make people automatically discredit you. You get what I'm saying? So
When it comes to Denzel, aka Denzel, some people are just having a hard time believing that he could be such a monster. But we also have people saying that Denzel is not the saint he has been painted to be. First of all, when it comes to Denzel, there have been cheating rumors going all the way back to the 90s, but they really blew up in 2003 when there were reports that Denzel had an affair with his out-of-time co-star Sanaa Lathan. The tea back then was that Sanaa's phone butt dialed somebody while she was in the back of a limo about to get it in with Denzel, and she didn't even know her phone had called the person and left a voicemail about 3 minutes long. It was also rumored that she even got pregnant by Denzel, but had to get rid of the pregnancy. Allegedly. Denzel was also telling Sanaa that he was going to leave Pauletta and they were going to be the new power couple. Ciao. There was also an incident involving Eva Mendes, and allegedly, after she knew about what was going on with Sanaa, Eva broke things off. In 2007, there was another report saying that Denzel was spotted in Vegas at an after party for the Mayweather-De La Hoya fight with a young hostess. According to the source, Denzel left with the aspiring actress and they spent the night together at the private mansion residence where the party was held. Then there was someone who spilled that he saw Denzel a few times in Firefly in Studio City. Apparently, allegedly, he had a house close to the restaurant up in the hills, and the 3 times the person saw Denzel, he was sitting way in the back in the outside sitting area, and each time he had about 3 young white ladies hanging off of him. Based on what that person spilled, the girls were just staring at him in awe like he was a king or something. As a matter of fact, there have been a bunch of other cheating scandals that mostly involved younger women. But for those who recall,
this is crazy because I never knew all this was going down with Denzel. I thought Denzel was just like you know what I'm saying, wanted to you know, act, go home. Like, I didn't know he was like, you know.
the most scandalous incident was in 2013 when another cheating scandal broke the internet. Based on reports and photos that were apparently being shopped for sale, Denzel was sitting on a couch with the young lady, and then throughout the series of pictures, he grabbed her arm and pulled her in for a kiss on the lips in one of them. The cheating scandal allegedly made Pauletta move to New York while Denzel stayed in Los Angeles. But somehow, Denzel managed to talk himself out of that scandalous situation. This must have happened in the Mississippi Masala days. Well, based on these tendencies, there are people who have said that they see how Denzel may have been part and parcel of Diddy's parties. And while after some time he probably decided to be leaving early, he knew exactly what was going on. But what I'm personally struggling with is the allegation from Ali that he was present while kids were being laid on tables and...
Now that's crazy. Before we even get into that, shout out to Tony, he said supposedly everything was recorded, so if something wasn't right, someone is going to watch it sooner or later. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if something wasn't right, I mean, something was recorded, which they said Diddy had a lot of stuff recorded as well. So that's why I'm looking forward to, not like on some like, you know, never want to see another black man behind bars, right? But at the same time, now I'm like interested and to knowing what's going to be revealed when the trial starts. And I think May. I think it's going to start in like May or something like that. So it's crazy. Because it's been talked about a lot of recordings and politicians and people from like that's bigger than Diddy getting caught up in this. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how the cookie going to crumble, God damn it. But let's go ahead. Hold on. Let's get back into that.
Subjected to the most disgusting things. Like, Denzel really sat through that and did nothing about it? Allegedly. And he continues to say nothing about it? Child, this entire whistleblowing is just messed up. But you let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below.
Okay, man. So that's it on that. That's it on that. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, when you pull up, like this video on your way out if you in here, and if you are just pulling up, or when you do see this, man, make sure you go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're gonna roll to 2,000 subs. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone. Hold on, cause I got some new videos today, so I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna pick one. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm gonna highlight you on the next one though.
Another day, another dollar. If you see me, better holla at your guala. Be in the moment, cause tomorrow ain't promised. If I gotta go get it, then I gotta. Yeah, I've been trying to get ahead, really gotta make a move, cause I'm only getting older, got to get this cake. Going 24 hours, I ain't even showered, doing everything I gotta do to be called great. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff, yeah. Won't be no stuff, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. As I sat on the park bench while I struggle, my thoughts drift. Juggle and struggle inside of my head is a marsh pit. What to do, I'm pursuing a dream. They tell me it's far-fetched, a car wreck waiting to happen. I know a few who lost grip. Doubt me if you will, grabbing the wheel. Taking action, you throwing tantrums, get over yourself. If you're looking for the problem, go and look at yourself. I ain't doing it for my help, a nigga speaking on wealth. Cause I came from the bottom, the passion hot as wasabi. There ain't nobody gon' stop and flicking the flame. Watch